So hello all, this is the 10th video tutorial where I will discuss about the interface, and basically we will discuss about the collection. And so it may happen that this video will get longer, so I will break it into the two parts. So today we will start with the collection. So there is a very good intro question, that what is the difference between collection and collections. Okay, so these are both are very confusing terms. So as the name says, first of all, let's start. As the name says, like the collection. So what does this mean? This means that it will collect, or it will have a lot of things, like a lot of data type. Okay. So collection basically provide you a way to store the data, to manipulate the data, to fetch out the data, to modify the data. These all things it will provide. So let's discuss about the difference. Hmm. First start with the difference. What is the difference between collection and collection? Okay, so when I will say that the collection, so basically collection is a interface. Okay, so you can also say collection is a root level interface. Okay, or in the Java collection framework or collection hierarchy. And also when we are talking about the collection, that means we are talking about the sub interfaces like a set, list, and queue. These three things we will mainly discuss. Okay, now when we are talking about the collections, that means collections is basically a class which is in the package of java.util package. Okay, java.util package. Collection basically is a class, and it has the static methods like min, max. Okay, so this is a static method, and collections is a class, so we can directly call the methods by using the class dot method name. Okay, this is the first difference. So collection is the root level of interface. It has the sub interfaces like set, list, and queue. And collection is a class, and also it has some static method. Now second point is this, like before Java 8. Okay, before Java 8, interface was not allowed to contain the static method. Okay, so collection is an interface and it contains only static method since Java 8. Also, it can contain like abstract and default methods. Okay, so after Java 8, collection can have static methods, as well as you can say uh, static methods and abstract methods, and you can say the default methods. Okay, but collections class will have only static methods. Okay, this is the second difference. Now, third difference, that is the main important thing, that collection interface extend the uh, iteratable iterable interface. Okay, we will discuss these all things by an example, so you will get much more clear. And collection class extend the object class of Java. Okay, so this is the basic difference that I have told you, about the collection and collection. And also the same thing is also available on my website. If you go to here, if you hover here, so yeah, very good. I have given a very good example with these all things, like difference between collection and collection. Okay, so here I have written like a collection is a root level interface in Java collection framework, and the set, list, and queues are the sum of the sub interface of the collection interface. Okay, the important methods of the collection interface are add, receive, this remove, this word. Okay, now collection is a utility class in java.util package which contains only static methods. Okay, now before Java 8, interface was not allowed to contain the static method, but after Java 8, they can have the static method, abstract method, and default method. But your collection class have only static method. Also, collection interface extend the iterable interface, whereas your collections class will extend the object class. Okay. Now, what are the similarity between them? So both are the part of the Java collections framework. Second, both are present in the java.util.package. Third is both are added to the JDK. version 1.2. So these are the similarities and these are the difference. Okay, so now we will start with the collection. First we will discuss about the collection, then we will discuss about the collection and different interfaces. So suppose that I will take a scenario like a array list. Okay, so suppose that there is a array list. Okay, so I am giving it name as a list. I'm creating an object as a new array list. Now I will add some value in my array list. So I will say that a list dot. So I will say that a list dot add. This method is used to add some value in my array list. So first of all, suppose that I want to add my name, like you can say also. First of all, let's see the number. Okay. Now suppose that this array list have some numbers like 10, 20, 40, 50. It have some numbers. Okay. Now how the collection method or collections static method will be used. Collections class static method will be used. So we use the static method like this one, like the maximum value is okay. So I will use my collections class here dot. You will get a lot of method here. For example, I will use the max method, and here I will give my a list name. Okay. Spelling mistake. I think so. Okay. We have to add plus operator. This one. Okay. Now I will run this program. You will see that whatever the maximum value is available in your list, it will be printed out. Okay, so this is something like this one. Okay, now suppose that I want to find out the minimum value. So what my statement will be something like this one. Okay, so I can calculate the minimum value of my array list this way. Okay, now there is one more method that you can sort your array. So suppose that you array list. Suppose that I have another array list like array list and say it as a list is equal to new array list, and I will make it as a this one, and I will say that suppose that I have this time some integer or sorry string. Suppose that I have my name like Chandan, and then I have my second name. Let me copy this one, so I will paste here. Okay, now suppose that I have third one as Singh. Okay, so now I suppose that I want to sort these all values. So how it will be done? We will use the collection class and his static method. So how it will be sorted? First of all, I will say that collection dot there is sort method. Okay, so you will use this one. So now your list will be sorted out. Now you can print your list very easily. So you will say that this out control space and just you can say that sorted list is okay. Now you can print your list. So you can see that as per the alphabet your list will be sorted out like this one, A, then C, then S. Okay, now let's move to the another part, like suppose that you want to reverse the order of your you can say your array. So you can also use the direct method of collection class to reverse the complete value of the array list. So to reverse we will use like a collection dot there is a method reverse this one. Okay, so it will reverse your complete value. So now your list is sorted and reversed. Okay, so I will save this one and I will run this one so that you can see the output. You can see that it has been sorted, it has been reversed. Now there is one more method that you can copy from one list value to the another list value. Okay, so also I will take a new example instead of these all one, so that you can get to know that what is the error will appear, what the exception will appear. So suppose that I have an array list, suppose that s list. Okay, new array list, and also I can give here the size. For example, I am giving size 3. Okay, now I am adding some value in my array list. So I am saying that at first position I will have Chandan. In my second position I will have this one, I will have this one. Okay, so suppose that I have these all values in my first array list. Okay, let's create the second array list, like a array list, and say that destination list is equal to new array list. Okay, so again I am keeping the size at 3. Now suppose that I am adding some value here, like dlist dot add, and let me add 1, and then let me add. Okay, so now suppose I want to copy these all values and I want to paste these all values here. So there is a direct collection method known as a collection copy method. So I will use that method. I will say that collection dot copy. There is a method, this one. So here you have to give your source list first of all. So I will say that s list, and then you have to give your destination list. Okay, so I will give it as d list. Okay, so now you have copied the value from your source list and you have pasted the value in your destination list. Now what I will do, I will just print out my destination list. Okay, this one. So now I will print my destination list value. So if I will run this one, so you will see that copy. I think that I have done. Okay, here is the reverse order. Here will be the destination and here will be the source. This is the correct way. Now if I run this one, so you can see that the value of this list, this Chandan thing, this value has been pasted in your this list. One more example. Suppose that you want to fill some value. Okay. Suppose that your D list have some value, but you want to replace it by someone. So there is also a method like fill. Collection dot fill. There is a method. You will give here your list name. Suppose that I want to fill out in my D list. Okay, and what the value I want to fill it out. So I want to fill it out like way to testing. Okay, so I will run this one. You will see that now. Let me print this one so that you can check out the updated value of the list. Okay, let me run this one. So you can see that the value this one has been filled by these all values. Now you have created two array lists, this one and one more, this one. So you are copying the value from here and you are pasting here by using this collection class and collection static method. Now what will happen if I will change the size of this one? So it will give me a runtime error, means unchecked exception will appear. So I'll run this one. So suppose that it is not appearing. So it should show the exception like index out of bound exception. Okay. So always remember when you are filling this one, so you will get the exception index out of bound exception while copy. So it is required that it is recommended that the source list and destination list will be the same size, should have the same size, so that we can perform this operation. So it's all about the collections class, means collection class and their method. Okay, so I have written all the things over here. You can go through. Also the example will be available here. Now let's discuss about what is the collection. Okay, so as I told you earlier that collection is just an interface and we will use this one to manipulate the values. In the Selenium, we will use this collection to store the element. Okay, I will let you know that. Let me open the collection interface first. Okay, so what does this mean by the collection? Okay, so always remember collection just represents a single unit of object. Okay, single unit of object means basically collection is an interface, but it will represent a single unit of object. Okay, now also you can perform the data structure like you can say data, you can also perform the operations on the data like searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deleting. These all operations you can perform. Okay, like I have written that this one. Okay, but always remember in your collection set, or you can say the collection framework, you will have only three things: set, list and queue, that you will use too much in your Selenium project. Also the main thing that you will use it is a list. Okay, now let's move on to collection framework. When we are talking about the collection framework, so it will have only three things like interface, classes and algorithm. So we will use mainly the interface. Okay, anybody have the mic on, so please make your mic off. Okay, so please your mic off if anybody have the mic on. Okay, no issue. So now start with the collection. Okay, so as I told you that when I am talking about the collection, that means I am talking about the three things. First there will be list, second set and third will be the queue. Okay, so this is the main important thing. We will use this one the most. Okay, then sometimes we will also use the set and sometimes we will also use the queue. Very rarely we will use the queue, mostly we will use the list. So always remember a lot of questions from the interview will be from the list. Second thing, one more important thing, map. So map is not a part of collection, it is another part of interface. Okay, it has something like a hash map, tree map, these all things it has. So we will discuss these all things later on. Okay, so let's start with the collection. So as I told you that collection, when we are talking about the collection, so we are talking about something like a list, set and queue. So when I am talking about the list, so what does this mean by the list? That means we are talking about the four things. What the four things are? These four things are, you can say array list, linked list, vector and stack. Okay, here it is not written stack, so we will use these all four things. Okay, let's understand the hierarchy. And also there is a one very important interview question, that what is the difference between vector and array list. So always remember the main difference is this one. Vector is the first thing and after that we have uh, find the array list. So vector have a lot of methods apart from collection framework. Okay, and second more difference is this one. Suppose that you have both are the dynamic list, vector and array list. So suppose that you have created a vector and you have created an array list. Okay, suppose that you have given the size is 4. Also you have given the size of, here is the vector, here is the array list. Okay, so you have given the size of 4 of both of the elements. When you will, because they are dynamic, so that we can also enter the value more than 4 in both the list interface like the vector or either whether it is array list. So whenever we will enter the fifth value, so what will happen? So what will actually happen? It will increase, vector will increase its size by 2 times. Okay, it will increase its size by 2 times, means initially size was 4, now the size will become 8. Okay, so it will just double its size. Okay, but array list will not do like this one. So whenever we will insert the fifth element in the array list, it will just improve his size by 1/2. Okay, so suppose that initial size was 4, initial size was 4. When I'm trying to enter value more than 4, the size will become of the vector 8. Okay, and the size of the array list will become 6. So this is always remember. So this is the main difference between the vector and array list. Okay, so we will discuss some parts of the array list, and later on we will work on you can say some other parts of the collection. Then we will reach up to the hash map and tree map. Okay, so let's discuss about the first example of array list. So before this, let me discuss about you can say some hierarchy part. I have also given here the hierarchy. So let me open the diagram. So this is the hierarchy. First of all, we have the iterable interface. Okay, iterable means it has some method like has next method to check whether your list or collection have something or not. Okay, then we have the collection interface. Inside the collection interface, we have some classes like list, queues, and sets. Okay, now then again we have the array list, inside the list, linked list, vector, and stack, as I told you. Then in queue we have that priority queue, dequeue, array queue. So we will very rarely use these all things. Sometimes we may use priority queue, but not more than that. In the set we have the hash set and link set. But basically we will not use these all sets. We will use the map. Okay. So let me start with the uh, array list. Again I am telling here that a collection is a group of individual objects represent a single unit. Java provides a collection framework which defines the several types of the interface to represent a group of objects as a single unit. Okay, so list is an interface, so we can create array list by this way. Okay, and by this way, so we will start with the collection list interface, and then we will move further on. Okay, so let's start with an example of list interface, and I will also let you know that how we will implement the iterable interface to iterate the value from the list. Okay, so let me create a list first of all, as I have just now created. Suppose that I have an array list, like a array list is equal to new array list. Okay, so suppose that I have an array list, and also you can write it as of. Okay, there will be no problem. Now I will add some value in my a list. So suppose that I am adding my name like Chandan. Then I am adding the second name. Just see what I am adding. Okay, now I am adding a null value. Now I am adding some another name like Singh. Now I am adding some, we can say, yes, more value. And here I am adding one more thing like a blank. Okay, so now I have created an array list. Okay, and I have added some value, as I know that array list is a class which will implement the list interface. So we will create the object by this way. Okay, now I have added some value by using this object, and now I will fetch out the value by using the iterator interface. So iterator, as I told iterator, I will say as itr. So how the object will be created? I just need to write the a list dot. There is a method known as iterator. So this will help you to iterate all the value. Means to iterate means fetch out the value from your list. So suppose that I am saying a while loop like this one, key itr dot has next until it have next. So print out the next value. Okay, so I will say that itr dot next. Okay. So what I have done till now, I am just putting an example of array list, and I am using the iterator interface to iterate the value from a list. Okay, so I am doing some kind of experiment that I have added some null value, some blank value, some duplicate value. So let's see what will be the output. So I am again explaining the code. This is nothing, just I have created the object of my array list. Now I have added some value in my array list. Now using the iterator interface, I am just fetching out, or I am iterating the value of my array list. So I will save this one and I will run this one. So you can see that if you will enter the duplicate value, it will be honored. It will not be rejected. Okay. Also the null value will be honored. Also the blank value will be honored. Okay. So this was all about the array list. Now I will talk about the linked list. So for the linked list, just change here linked list. Okay. So this is the linked list, and same operation I will have with the linked list. Okay. About the difference we will discuss later on. First understand. So you can see again the output is same. Okay. So this is the linked list. Okay. So in your programming you have read about that the linked list, each element have been connected to the another element, and there is some two-way or one-way linked list. Okay. So no need to go much more because in our Selenium we will use only the array list. Okay. Now vector. So instead of writing array list, I will just write a vector class. No, so always remember vector is a class which extend the list interface. Okay. Now everything will be same, and I am just iterating the value from my vector. You can say again the output will be the same. Now the fourth thing was the stack. Okay. So again instead of vector I will write the stack. This one. So you can see again the value is same. So these all things are near about same, but you should know about what is these all things and where we will use these all things. Okay. Now let's discuss about the queue. So as I told you, I will discuss about the priority queue. Okay, it is also very similar thing, not a new thing. So you should know about these all things. So difference will be discussed in the next session. So let me create, as I told you that in a list we have four kind of sets. Like in the list we have four kind of, in the list interface have four kind of the classes like array list, linked list, vector, and stack. So we have taken the example of these all things. Now we will discuss about the queue, and here we will discuss about the priority queue. Okay. So now take an example of priority queue. Let me remove this exception, it is not required. So I will say that priority queue. Okay. So I will give it name as a queue is equal to new, and again priority queue. Okay. So these are different kinds of collections that you should know, but we will use only the limited collections in our Selenium. But in interview, they may ask about the difference between these all things. What are these all things? So they may ask these all things. Okay, so again I will say q dot, I will say add. Okay, so suppose that in add I want to add my name again, same, and then suppose I want to add my name again, the same value. Then I want to add some more value like this one. Let me change it this one, and I will say it as a Amit. Make something as a null and something as another value like Ras. Okay, so now I will fetch out the value from my priority queue. So let me iterate these all things. So again I will use the iterator. Okay, so iterator will do iter iterator itr is equal to, you can say that uh, q dot iterator method I will use. Okay, again I will use the same loop like while loop I have used, and I will say that I'm just printing all the value. So I will say that until iterator has next, to just print all the value inside the iterator, all the next value just print out. Okay, so iterator have only three methods, this one and this one. We will not use the third method. I will let you know that what is the data in the data structure part in detail. So let me run this one. So you will see the output. There is the exception. Okay, why the exception? Just read it out. Null pointer exception. That means your priority queue will not allow the null value. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, so always remember in queue null values are not allowed, although you can have the blank values. Okay, second difference, let me remove this one so that output might be more clear. You can see the printing order. Okay, so as I told you, uh, so stack and queue, they are the two different things. When I'm talking about the queue, that means I'm saying that suppose that this is a queue, there is a line. So who will get inside the first? Okay, will come out first. Okay, so who is entering here the last position? He will enter in the last. Suppose that a person who is standing here. Okay, and again here is the second person. So it is a queue. So as order they have entered, they will exit in the same order. Means first in, first out, last in, last out. Okay, but in the stack it is not something like this one. Okay, so always just see the sequence that how it is printing. So it may ask you that in some cases that we want, you should know these all things, but they are not much more important. Okay, actually we are not using these all things in our real time project, not much more. Okay, now there is one more thing in a hash set. As I told you that in the set, this is the third point. uh, this one collection set have the three things like a hash set, tree set, linked list set. So we will discuss these all things one by one. Okay, so suppose that I will create a hash set and I will use this one. Also this is a queue, so you can also write it like this one. Okay, there will be no issue, output will be the same. Okay, again let's work with the hash set. So I am talking about the collections. I am taking the main parts of sub interfaces of the collections and using their classes and creating the object and accessing the method, and I am showing the result what will happen with the null pointer, duplicate value, these all things. Okay, so suppose that I have a hash set interface, and then I will creating the object of my hash set. So basically we know that the set is a interface, so directly we can also write in this way. Okay, it's a spelling mistake, I think so. This is a hash set. This is, I think, okay, S will be small, not small, it will be in capital. Okay, in this way So you can either write by this way or you can also write by this way. Okay, because set is a sub interface, you can say, of your collection interface. It's a sub interface, and hash set is a class. You are creating an object of your hash set class. Now you will add some value in your hash set. So I will say that object name dot method add, and I will add some value like this one. I will go to the home and I will print some value like say it as a string, and then again I want to print some value like null. Okay, now again I will use my iterator interface, and I will create the object and I will iterate the value of my set. So to iterate this one, I will create an object of my iterator itr is equal to h object name dot iterator. Okay, so now I will again run the same loop while, and then I will say these all things like until itr dot add next. Okay, then print out all the value which are available in the itr dot next. So let's see the output. Okay, I will run this one. So you can see it is printing the null value, but it is not printing the duplicate value. Okay, that's why I have taken a particular example so that you can see the difference. In the previous list, they are also honoring the null, they are also honoring the duplicate. In the second, which was I discussed, priority queue, they are honoring the duplicate, but they are not honoring the null value. Now in the hash set, they are honoring the null value, but they are not taking the duplicate value. If I will again make a duplicate like this one, like this one. So So when the interviewer will ask you if you have done such kind of practice, you will be able to answer these all things. So for today, we have these all things. You are required to practice on these all things much more. And from tomorrow, we will start the map, and then we will start how to use the map. If I will start today, it will just have to become a hotspot, means the confusion will get created. So whatever I have discussed today, like the collection, you have to remind these all things and you just practice. Just take such kind of value and print them that whether null value has been printed or not. Okay. There is one more thing that you can do using the linked hash set. It is also not a new thing, just a very simple thing like linked hash set. Again, if you run this one, you will see output will be the same. But what is the difference? These all things are in a order. If you have seen, these all things are in a order. Okay, suppose that I have a name with a y. Okay, now suppose I will run this one. So it will not on in the order. So in general, it will follow the order in this way. So these all things that you have to work on this one. They will ask you question like if I will use the linked set. They're not much more different that all the things what they are doing, basically they are storing the element and they are providing a iterator interface you to manipulate the value. But some will honor the null, some will not honor the null, and some will honor the duplicate, some will not honor the duplicate. So mainly we will use the array list in our project. Okay. So these all things, and also one more thing like a tree set is here. So if I will talk about the tree set, that what does happen? If I will say that I will use tree set, there is one more set. Then what will be the output? Let me run this one. Exception. So tree set will not accept the null value. Now let's see what will happen with the duplicate value. So it will remove the duplicate as well. Okay, so this is the main benefit of using the tree set, and also you can say the linked hash set and the hash set. So the three things that we have in the hash set. Again, I am just reminding that in the Java collection we have basically three things: list, queue, and set. In the list we will use the array list, linked list, vector, and stack. Okay, so these all things are important for you that may be asked for in the interview because mainly we will use the array list and before we were using the vector, so they will ask about these all things. Okay, very less we will use the priority queue and very less we will use the hash tag. Now in the next session we will discuss about the map, and map will be used and it will be asked also. So till now if anybody have any doubt or concern, he or she can ask to me.